Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to this lesson. In this lesson, I'll be explaining and demonstrating you all about the FL Studio export settings. It's important to know about the export settings as not having proper knowledge about it can totally affect your exported track quality. So, let's dive straight into things without any more further delay. Guys, first thing first is to open the FL Studio project, which you all want to export as a WAV file. Then go to the File menu, then Export, and then click on the WAV file. Next step is to name the file and select the location for saving. Over here, make sure mod is selected to full song in project type rather than pattern, or else only selected pattern sound is going to be exported. Then select the output format from here as for now, which is WAV. Next step is to select the bit depth, which is going to be 24-bit standard, or one can go for 32-bit floating for more dynamic range and sonic clarity. Now here comes the critical part. Over here in the qualities resampling, make sure it is the highest quality selected for export. 512-bit resampling is the highest quality which FL Studio supports. But make sure that in mixer also 512-bit resampling is selected, or else you guys will not get the highest quality output. Then make sure that HQ quality for all plugins and disable maximum polyphony is turned on. No dithering is needed for now, so it should stay off. The last setting is miscellaneous one, and over here make sure split mixer track is turned off, as it is only required while exporting stem files. Now make sure enable insert effects and enable master effects is turned on, as turning off will output dry track without any effects. We are all done here. Now hit start and enjoy your WAV file. Guys, if you all have recorded or sampled any instruments or vocals at 96 kHz, then sure you all can export using these settings. These settings will sure going to give your track more dynamic range and sonic clarity. Why stem files for mixdown or mastering? Okay guys, mixing or mastering engineers prefers stem file so that they can have more flexibility while mixdown or mastering session. They can enhance the mix or fix the problem in a more precise and gentle way, and providing you all with the highest quality product. One another advantage of stem file mixdown is that it requires less CPU processing during mixdown session, as real-time synth processing is excluded in stem mixdown process. Guys, for the stem file exporting, the steps are same as the WAV file export process. File menu, then export, then click on the WAV file. Name the file and make sure you are saving it to some folder, as there will be multiple exported WAV tracks. So it's good to export stem files to a dedicated folder. Rest steps are almost same as the WAV file export settings. Mod is selected to full song. WAV format is selected over here. 512-bit resampling is selected both in the export and mixer settings. And make sure in the miscellaneous section, split mixer track is turned on. This is important as turning this on splits the mixer tracks, and this is what we want for now. Insert effects are turned off or on regarding one's need. As if anyone wants dry tracks without any effects, then they sure can switch it off. Any kind of master effects have no use during this stem export, and it becomes automatically disabled when exporting stem files. Guys, during stem file export, FL Studio exports directly from insert channels and not after master channels. It's very beneficial to mix stem files, as project mixing can require lots of CPU power. During project mixdown, all synth and effects plugins works in real time, and the process becomes very CPU intensive. Exporting raw dry tracks after track arrangement and mixing it afterwards with stem files can save lots of CPU power. But there is a drawback, as one have to finalize the arrangement before exporting stems. As during stem mixdown, one cannot make any changes in projects. This is important because you guys can generate some idea or any improvement you need to tweak in the project, which will be a restriction. One can sure make changes in project and again export stem for mixdown. But trust me guys, no one wants to do it, and they are good with real-time project mixdown, as everyone wants to tweak settings while project mixing. But stem mixdown will sure become necessity if your CPU processing is drained out and project started to crash or hang during real-time mixdown session. What about 24-bit 96 kHz or 32-bit 96 kHz? Again, if you all have recorded subsamples, instruments or vocals at 24-bit or 32-bit at 96 kHz, then sure you all can export using these settings. These settings will sure give your track more dynamic range and sonic clarity. But do remember, 24-bit at 96 kHz requires lots of hard disk space, and 32-bit at 96 kHz requires even more. You are also required to have a high data transfer speed hard disk drive, or else your project sure going to hang or crash. Dedicated solid state drive for stem mixdown session is specially required. So if you have one, then no need to worry. Guys, these are compressed audio file formats and are commonly used in our daily life while listening to any music. We all require these file formats for sharing and listening to music. Both MP3 and FLAC file size are smaller in comparison to any standard WAV file. FLAC format don't lose any quality in comparison to WAV file and is completely identical in quality, but it sure become lesser in file size. One can use FLAC format for high quality music with a smaller file size, but not as smaller as MP3 file. For example, if you got 50 MB WAV file, then FLAC can go to around 40 MB in size while compression without losing any quality. But in other hand, 50 MB WAV file can be compressed to MP3 file at 320 kbps, just becoming 10 MB in size. Sure, you all are going to lose quality while MP3 conversion, but trust me guys, listening to 320 kbps MP3 file, you all will be not able to make any differences. MP3 is more commonly used over FLAC format, and it requires much lesser hard disk space than FLAC. Always remember to compress MP3 file above 160 kHz, as at this frequency quality difference is very negligible. Never compress file lesser than 160 kHz as file will lose sonic clarity. I always go for 320 kbps as it's the best MP3 conversion frequency setting for sound quality. Okay guys, zip file is easy for backup and sharing, as everything from samples to presets used in the FL projects are saved all in one single zip file. Whatever FL Studio projects you all want to zip must be first opened in FL Studio. Then you all have to go to File menu, then Export, and then click on the zip loop package. Name the file and you are done. Simple step but very beneficial for project backup. That's all guys. Hope you all enjoyed this lesson. See you all in the next lesson.